and today we're going to be studying about beans. Do you like to eat beans? There are all different kinds of beans: red beans, black beans, green beans, yellow beans, and peas. But can you think of a story that has something to do with a bean today? Well, guess what? We got one. It's Cinderella and the Beanstalk. Now, I've never heard of Cinderella eating beans, but we're fixing to find out. Okay, this is by Mary Robinson, and this says, "Jack, Jack, you lazy boy, we have no food to eat. Take our cow to the market and sell her for some meat." "And Cinderella, get to work. Our dresses are too tight. Mend them, wash them, press them. It's the prince's ball tonight. Is your cow for sale, my little boy? She's the finest I have ever seen. I don't have any money, but I'll swap her for some beans." "This magic bean," the old man said, "will grow and change your life. If you plant it in your garden, it will help the prince find a wife." The sisters flew into a rage and threw the bean outside. Tooey beans! Jack ran into the kitchen to find a place to hide. Cinderella shouted, "Jack, look up! The beanstalk has grown so high. Let's go and climb it right away and see what's in the sky." At the very top, they heard a voice that sang out, "Fee, fi, fo." A giant grandmother waved her wand. "Off to the ball you go." A cloud became a carriage, and the stars became her dress and shawl. Jack sat up in the driver's seat and took them to the ball. But when the clock chimes midnight, you must leave and hurry back. Your dress will turn back into rags, and your shawl will become a sack. The prince heard Cinderella and danced with her all night. But when the clock struck midnight, she disappeared from sight. He found the shoe she left behind and set off for a ride. "I'll find the owner of this shoe, and she shall be my bride." The ugly sisters tried to squeeze their feet into the shoe. The prince saw Cinderella and said, "This shoe belongs to you." The ugly sinners went out to climb the beanstalk, but they found that when they got halfway up, it toppled to the ground. They were too heavy. The prince and Cinderella got married the next day. Jack became the police chief, and the others ran away. The end. So that's the story of Cinderella and the Beanstalk. It's a different type of story about Cinderella. Now this is a different story, a bean, a stalk, and a boy named Jack, with William Joyce Kinney as the author. All right. This is a new story to me. It says, "Once upon a time, there was a smallish green bean, regular as they came, the last one out of the pod." Did it look like a bean that would make a difference? Did it look like a bean of destiny? Hardly, but you know, things can happen. There was a smallish kid with a smallish name of Jack. He had a smallish mom and a smallish dad, a smallish cow and a smallish farm. That's about it. No great shakes. But like I said, things can happen. Or they didn't. As in, it didn't rain for so long, and the crops dried up, and the wells dried up, and the rivers and the lakes and the moats and the bird baths. So the people were thirsty. The fish were uncomfortable. The birds were unbathed, and the king's royal pinky had become a stinky. So there was no water to be had. Everyone in the kingdom had to cry enough tears so the king could wash his pinky. Now the king's name was King blah, blah, blah. And he had a daughter who was Princess blah, blah, blah. And she was so embarrassed that her dad was making everyone in the entire kingdom cry that she went to the local old wizard guy and said, please, please do something magical. And the old wizard guy did some reading and some thinking and some drawing and some mathing and some magicking. Please, please, she said. And you know, things started to happen. It always does. Hey, I'm the smallest magic bean, said the bean. Well, I'm the smallest regular kid, said Jack. Well, do something big, suggested the bean. Okay, replied Jack. All we need to do is dig a hole, put me in it, smooth the dirt, and 1 drop of water, and repeat some magic words 3 times, said the bean. It's not hard to do. Well, so a hole was dug, the bean was planted, and the dirt was smoothed, and a drop of water. And Jack said, give it a go, give it a go, give it a go, bean. Good luck, bean. And then things began to happen. And happen. Wow, look at that beanstalk. And happen some more. Keep it going, Bean. I can see something. Keep going, said Jackie. Interesting pipes, Bean. Giant pipes, Jack. It just kept growing and growing. Giant house, Bean. Big bubbles, Jack. Give me a little help, Bean. All right, Roomy Jack. Hold on. Up to the sky, looks like. The big bubbles were coming from a really big bathtub. And where's this at? Guess who? Hey, I'm the smallest giant kid named Don. Hey, I'm the smallest regular kid named Jack. So, Don, yeah, Jack, been in the tub long? Yeah, a long time. My pinky was stinky. Now what that seems to be going around. Suddenly there was a giant knock, 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 and the door. Don? Yeah, Mom? You've been in there forever. Gee, Don, I guess you gotta go. Yeah, the first let me help you with that toe, and he scrubbed his toe with a brush. It's funny what a big deal a little toe can be. You think, Jack? Trust me, Don. And Don, yeah, Jack, maybe turn off the faucet. It's a good idea, Jack. So he turned off the faucet. And then Jack told Don goodbye, and a rub-a-dub-dub-dub his way home. He swirled round and round and round with a little duck in the tub. The trip was a bit draining, but then Jack found his old pal. Back at the castle, the old wizard guy announced with some satisfaction, Your Highness, may I present a bean, a stalk, and a boy named Jack. And before the king could say, Hey there, hi there, ho there, his pinky was unstinky. What a day, said the old wizard guy. What a bean, said Jack. What a boy, said the bean. I'm thirsty, said the bean. I'm Princess blah, 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 said the princess, but you could call me Jill. Well, Jill, fetch a pail of water for my pal, asked Jack. Sounds fun, said Jill, and so they did. The end, sort of. But you have to keep reading the story over and over, because isn't that a fun story to read? And it's a bean, a stalk, and a boy named Jack. The end. And now we're going to do Crafts with Ventra, and we're going to see what all she has done with beans also.
Hey guys, look. Hold on. I need a little help. That's better. Okay, this week we're gonna do Jack and the Beanstalk. I have a helper here.
My name is Briley.
Her name is Briley, and we're going to show you how to make your own beanstalk at home. So, first, you need a cup. You're going to need some dirt. Please try not to waste it on your mama's floor. The both of us will be in trouble. Okay, so you take your dirt and pour it in your cup. Pour a good amount of it. There you go. Okay, next you're gonna need a little kebab stick or just a regular stick from outside. Just stick it up in your dirt. You might need a little bit more dirt. Here you go. Bottoms up. All right, then a bean of any kind. Okay, now stick your stick down in there. It can lean a little bit, it doesn't have to be perfect. There you go. Then you're gonna take your little castle. You can come to us and we have a little cutout sheet for you, or you can draw your own at home using construction paper. And you just take your castle, here's your castle, and you get you a little piece of tape and you tape it to the top part of your stick. Oh, I'm sorry, your beanstalk. Okay. All right, and next you're gonna take little strips of paper. You can draw your lines on a piece of paper first, or you can freehand it. And once you have your strip, you take it and fold it in half and connect it to your loop that you already have connected to your castle. You can put as many loops as you want to. You need a little piece of tape to keep your loop together. And you take that and you roll your tape. Let me see. Here you go. Here you go. Loop it around like this. Right. Okay. Here you go. We need about 2 more loops. Or you can use all of these strips right here. Here you go. Alright. Okay, then you can cut you out some leaves. Again, you can freehand it or you can draw it on your little piece of paper and cut it out. Here's one leaf. Yeah, you tape it to your stick. Use this piece. to show them your cup. Once you get finished, it should look like Briley's, or if not, you can make it look like this one. Now this one, they took theirs and put it on the wall. I would not suggest that. Don't want to peel your mama's wall paint. And you just continue what she just showed you the same way. All right. Next, we're going to show you how to make your own Jack and the Beanstalk hat. You need a piece of construction paper. Here's your construction paper. A feather. And that's it. And you take your construction paper and fold it in half. And once you fold it in half, you take the top 2 corners and fold it down. And once you fold the top 2 corners down, you take the bottom pieces. You can cut a little slit so it wasn't, it won't buckle up on you. And you just fold them out. You don't need tape unless you want to. And once it's folded, you can take your feather and just stick it in your hat. You may have to tape it if it won't stay like you want it to. Got it. And there's your Jack and the Beanstalk hat. In your bags, when you come to see us, you'll have 3 handouts. A Jack and the Beanstalk crossword search. Here's your crossword. Then you have another Jack and the Beanstalk crossword, but this one is showing you the pictures and you have to put them in the correct slots. This is what it looks like. Here you go. Then you have a word search that also goes along with Jack and the Beanstalk. Here you go. And we have plenty of books on Jack and the Beanstalk, plants, dirt, anything that you want to have fun with. And thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Briley, for helping me. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye. Oh, I forgot one thing. Briley, get back in here. Okay, I forgot to show y'all the cup game. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take one of my little ball things. I'm gonna put it underneath my cup. And you have to tell me which cup it's under. You ready? Okay. Okay.
That one.
Good job, girl. All right, y'all. Thank you. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.